Overcrowding highlights Taiwan's healthcare struggles. College entrance exam scores spark debate. Hsinchu baseball stadium overhaul sparks debate. Trade wars erupt as Trump hits Canada, Mexico, China with tariffs. China keeps its economic growth target at around 5% for 2025. Hong Kong billionaire to sell Panama Canal ports to U.S. firm. Dolly Parton's husband Carl Dean dead at 82. Oura Ring 4 leads the emerging smart ring market.
Hello, I'm Johnny. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It's Thursday, March 6th, European Day of the Righteous, and here are your top stories. And for today's Taiwan news, Taiwan's NTUH struggles to recruit ER residents, with post-pandemic intake rates stuck at 70 to 80%. Vice Superintendent Luo Pei-Zhen suggests government-set salary ranges, facing union opposition. A doctor resigns after his wife, earning 4 to 5 times more in cosmetic medicine, urges him to leave. Kaohsiung Girls High School sees no perfect scores this year, sparking controversy. The school announces it will no longer release score rankings. In 2019, Taipei Public Schools, including Taipei First Girls and National Chenggong High School, already agreed to stop publishing rankings, emphasizing that scores on everything. Hsinchu City begins removing overloaded soil at the baseball stadium, uncovering construction waste and plastic bottles. The city announces severe structural safety issues, including insufficient rebar and non-compliant safety standards, posing risks to players, fans, and public safety. And in global news, China and Canada moved swiftly on Tuesday to retaliate against newly imposed U.S. tariffs, announcing their own levies on U.S. goods that could further disrupt the United States' trade with its top 3 trading partners. A 25% U.S. tariff on almost all goods imported from Canada and Mexico took effect just after midnight on Tuesday, along with an additional 10% tariff on goods from China. The 3 countries together announced for more than 40% of total U.S. imports last year and are also the top 3 U.S. export markets.
Speaking to reporters Tuesday, a Chinese parliamentary spokesperson said China was willing to resolve U.S. concerns through consultation and dialogue, but will not accept threats and oppression.
China will impose additional tariffs of up to 15% on some U.S. goods, while Canada has vowed tariffs of up to 25%. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum announced that her country would enact countermeasures on Sunday in response to the U.S. tariffs, stating that they would include both tariff and non-tariff measures. The new Chinese levies, which take effect on March 10, include a 15% tariff on chicken, wheat, corn, and cotton, as well as a 10% tariff on sorghum, soybeans, pork, beef, fruits, vegetables, dairy, and fish products. Chinese state media had previously reported that U.S. agricultural products would be targeted.
China is maintaining its economic growth target at around 5% for 2025, despite a looming trade war with the United States and other challenges. The GDP growth target was announced on Wednesday in a report presented by Premier Li Qiang at the opening session of the National People's Congress, China's annual legislative meeting. It reflects the government's aim to stabilize rather than aggressively boost growth amid challenging economic conditions.
The IMF has projected that China's economy will grow by 4.6% this year, down from 5% in 2024. The government report stated, "A target of around 5% is well aligned with our mid- and long-term development goals and underscores our resolve to meet difficulties head-on and strive hard to deliver." The report provided some details on previously announced plans to boost stimulus for the sluggish economy this year. It stated that the government would adopt a more proactive fiscal policy, including an increase in deficit spending from 3% to 4% of GDP. Additionally, the government plans to issue $180 billion in ultra-long-term bonds, up from 1 trillion yuan last year.
A Hong Kong-based company has agreed to sell the majority of its stake in 2 key ports along the Panama Canal to a group led by U.S. investment firm BlackRock. The sale follows weeks of complaints from President Donald Trump, who claimed that the canal is under Chinese control and that the U.S. should assume control of the major shipping route. CK Hutchinson Holdings, through a subsidiary, operates ports at both the Atlantic and Pacific entrances to the canal. On Tuesday, the company announced it would sell its interest as part of the $22.8 billion deal.
CK Hutchison, founded by Hong Kong billionaire Li Ka-shing, is not owned by the Chinese government. However, its base in Hong Kong means it operates under Chinese financial laws. The company has managed the ports since 1997. The deal includes a total of 43 ports across 23 countries worldwide, including the 2 canal terminals. It will require approval from the Panamanian government. Up to 14,000 ships pass through the 2-kilometer Panama Canal each year, including container ships carrying cars, natural gas, and other goods, as well as military vessels. The U.S. controlled the canal zone until 1977, when treaties gradually transferred authority back to Panama.
Carl Dean, the longtime husband of country music icon Dolly Parton, passed away on Monday at the age of 82. According to a statement Parton shared on social media, Dean, who remained famously private throughout their nearly 60-year marriage, died in Nashville, Tennessee. The statement read, "Carl and I spent many wonderful years together. Words can't do justice to the love we shared for over 60 years. Thank you for your prayers and sympathy."
The 9 to 5 singer met Carl Dean outside a laundromat on her first day in Nashville as an 18-year-old aspiring artist. Parton, now 79, recalled their first meeting, saying, "I was surprised and delighted that while he talked to me, he looked at my face, a rare thing for me. He seemed genuinely interested in finding out who I was and what I was about." 2 years later, on May 30, 1966, the couple exchanged vows in a private ceremony in Ringgold, Georgia. Throughout their marriage, Dean remained out of the public eye, choosing instead to focus on his asphalt paving business in Nashville. Though he largely stayed out of the limelight, he continued to influence Parton's work, most notably inspiring her classic hit Jolene.
Now valued at $5.2 billion, Oura is leading an increasingly competitive field, with industry heavyweights like Samsung Electronics Co. also entering the market. Its necessary components have become smaller. Rings are emerging as ever more capable replacements for smartwatches and other health gadgets. They can track sleep, activity, and heart rate without a conspicuously technological appearance or display. Oura's latest generation, the Oura Ring 4, continues to define the category.
Tech companies are racing to invest in AI and demonstrate that the technology can generate revenue. Oura Chief Executive Officer Tom Hale views AI as central to the company's strategy, which will require more accurate and sophisticated data collection. The $349 Ring 4 introduces a new smart sensing system that dynamically adjusts its array of sensors to enhance accuracy and battery life. It also eliminates the bulky domes that previously housed those sensors, allowing it to look and feel much more like conventional jewelry. The Ring 4 arrives just in time to compete with Samsung's Galaxy Ring, which debuted last year with some design and performance shortcomings.
The answer for yesterday was C, existential. The philosopher discussed existential questions about the meaning of life. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into today's news. Trade wars erupt as Trump hits Canada, Mexico, China with tariffs. Number 1, swiftly, 迅速地. The police swiftly responded to the emergency call. Number 2, impose, 强制实施，强加. The government decided to impose a new tax on luxury goods. Number 3, retaliate, 报复. After the attack, the country vowed to retaliate against the aggressors. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. You can write your answer in the comments section, and the correct answer will be announced tomorrow. European Day of the Righteous is a celebration established in 2012 by the European Parliament to commemorate those who stood up against totalitarianisms and crimes against humanity, who fought for the life and dignity of other people. And that's all for today's Funday News. Be sure to tune into Funday News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Johnny Wu, and I'll see you next time.